Okay. Good evening. Today is we've just gone past our 5 minute housekeeping uh 5 minute housekeeping period, and it's now 6:07. Actually, we've gone a little bit longer than 5 minutes. I am Professor Felix Obi. This is a office hour lecture, Economics 330, Global Trade and Political Economy. I'm at Garivas College, City University of New York. Um, Today is second to the last week of the semester, and I would really, and as we head into next week's finals, I truly want to take a moment to thank everyone for the privilege of being your instructor for this class. And it has been a rewarding experience for me, and I hope it has been for you as well. And I congratulate everyone for the effort that they put in. We are at the 11 hour and the last stretch, so don't relent now. Put in your best effort. Try to nail the finals to the best extent that you could, and let's all go back and enjoy a happy holiday season. So with that, I would quickly transition into this week's office hour lecture. So welcome to today's lecture, the last module of this course, Global Trade and Political Economy. We will discuss current and developing issues in global political economics. As you now know, the three distinct theories in international political economy are the realist, liberal, and critical perspectives have evolved and influenced each other over time. And some theoretical approaches such as hegemonic stability theory and regime theory draw upon more than one of these perspectives. So just a quick refresher, and what I'm really trying to do with this class today is quickly go over some of the foundational thinking that would help shape the way you uh, discuss international political economy, both for the purposes of this class and moving forward in your academic and professional life. So, quick refresher, the regime theory, which within international relations argues that international institutions or regimes affect the behavior of states and other international actors. Notably, a regime is a set of principles, norms, rules, and decision-making procedures in a given substantive area in international relations. Hegemonic stability theory, HST, argues that international systems is more likely to remain stable when a single state is the dominant world power or hegemon. Thus, the end of a hegemony diminishes the stability of international systems. To help link theory and practice, it may be instructive to focus on three main themes: globalization, North-North relations, and North-South relations. And one of the outcomes for this week, obviously, is to develop an ability to analyze contemporary events in global economic environment and explain them in the context of IPE. And the one quick example that I picked, and I said, I think at the very first class, I promised to link this class and conversations in this class to real life events. So I am happy to end on that note as well. If anybody is paying attention to the news, they will quickly realize that there is an organization called OPEC, otherwise called Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. This organization, as its name suggests, is the Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. There is now what is called OPEC Plus. And OPEC Plus includes a major non-OPEC member, but a major oil producer, namely Russia. And their affiliation with Russia is called OPEC Plus. So OPEC just reached a new decision that they are going to cut the amount of crude oil that they as an organization produce by 2.2 million barrels per day. Now, it is instructive to really understand how this has to do with economic environment in the context of IPE. So most petroleum exporting countries are in the global south. Most of the largest consumers of petroleum are in the global north. So this has the global north, global south economic competition dichotomy. And If anything, if you remember anything from Economics 101, it is that is the demand and supply rule, where if demand exceeds supply, then the price of the underlying commodity would go up. I suspect what OPEC is hoping is that if demand stays constant or increases while they cut down supply, the price of crude will go up. And that has real life consequence for both the global north and the global south. For the global south countries that export crude oil, as one example, that they, all things being equal, they will make more money. For the global north, such as us, when you go to your gas station, because obviously gasoline is refined crude oil, the price of your gasoline will go up. But it gets even more worse than that. Everything else that you purchase, for instance, when you go to the grocery store that is transported by any internal combustion engine that burns crude oil product, the price would go up because the cost of transporting their goods and services to market has also gone up, and it will be reflected in the consumer price. So this is just one quick example of a contemporary event in the global economic environment that can be explained in the context of the international political economy. The second output for this week, obviously, is to create the ability to critically explain current trends in North-South economic relations. And a major current trend in this regard is the tension in the ongoing COP28, COP28, or the 28th meeting of the Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. I am hoping that many in the class, if not all, would have heard in the last couple of days in the news about COP28, which is a major United Nations conference on the environment that is ongoing in the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East. Central to the tension, and as the world continues to experience alarming climate-related crises and weather extremes, it appears increasingly likely that the world will breach the 1.5 degrees Celsius climate threshold by 2027. The North-South economic relations underscore the inability of countries to reach an equitable mechanism to increase climate commitments or cut emissions. And very quickly, as you well know, the wealthy countries in the North are the industrialized country. And there is what we call in development economics an energy intensity to development. So development consumes a lot of energy. And when you consume a lot of energy, all things being equal, you're going to pollute more. So the global north pollutes more than the global south, even as many countries in the global south continue to suffer the consequence of rising emissions and global climate change, be it in the context of flooding, be it in the context of increased desertification, and be it in the context of excessive heat in the global south that places a challenge on productivity. So this is the broad stroke of this week's conversation, but I also wanted to very quickly go over a final exam. And obviously, I'm going to be posting this announcement as well, both in the context of this week's lecture, and as I did with your project, also post additional questions. Additional housekeeping clarified. So there are two parts, or there will be two parts to your final exam. There is one part. The first part is multiple choice, and the second part is short answer part. The multiple choice part of your final exam will be 25 multiple choice questions on all of the course materials. You will also have 2 attempts, and each attempt is timed at 1 hour. So you would have 2 attempts to complete this 25 question multiple choice part of your exam. And each attempt will be 1 hour maximum. The score on the multiple choice part will be the average of the first and second attempts if both are used. The short answer part of the exam is based exclusively on a document that has been posted in the exam folder. This will appear in the exam folder once I open the exam. And Chapter 10, International Economic Development. Note the section on structural adjustment programs. And it is important that you remember to download and read the document. There are 2 questions in the short answer part of the exam. In responding to these questions, you must not quote or copy any information from the internet. If you do, you will receive a 0 for the entire short answer part. The short answer part is timed at 1 hour, and you would have 2 attempts as well. The second attempt can be used to edit your answers before the deadline if you are not happy with the first attempt. Both parts of the final exam are due by December 15th at 11:59 p.m. And as I began by saying, I thank everyone for the privilege of being your Economics 330 Global Trade and Political Economy instructor this semester. I sincerely mean it when I say that teaching this class has been a rewarding experience for me, and I hope for you as well, and in addition, a teachable experience. I wish each and every one of you good luck with your finals, much success in especially all your academic pursuits, and a very happy holiday. Thank you. So,
Thank you, Professor.
you're quite welcome, and it's really truly been a sincere privilege to be the instructor for this class, and it has been an enriching experience for me. And again, I continue to hope that that will be the case for each and every student. So, any questions?
No questions.
No, thank you.
All right, awesome. So, hang on.
Yeah. I will get off now so you and Maria can talk. Have a great evening, guys. Take care.
You too.
Thank
Good
you so
evening.
very much, and be
All
well.
right. Bye. Take care.